In a striking demonstration of military power, U.S. President Donald Trump welcomed Russian President Vladimir Putin at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Alaska with a show of force that blended diplomacy with theater. The encounter, already significant given the history of strained ties between Washington and Moscow, became even more dramatic with the inclusion of America's most advanced warplanes flying overhead. As the leaders walked side by side on a red carpet, flanked by F-22 Raptors on the ground, the sky filled with 4 F-35 stealth fighters and a B-2 Spirit bomber, a combination that immediately grabbed global headlines. For many observers, the spectacle was not merely ceremonial. It was a deliberate message that the United States intends to showcase its unrivaled air power, even while engaging in dialogue with a nuclear rival. Defense officials later revealed that 2 B-2 bombers had quietly arrived at the base earlier in the week in preparation for the event, while the F-35s had flown in from Eielson Air Force Base, also in Alaska. The F-22 Raptors, permanently stationed at Elmendorf, completed the display of America's cutting-edge aircraft. The choice of these particular planes was no coincidence. Each of them symbolizes a different aspect of U.S. military strength. The F-22 as the premier air superiority fighter, the F-35 as the future of multi-role stealth operations, and the B-2 as the long-range strategic bomber capable of delivering nuclear weapons deep inside enemy territory. According to reports from Reuters and the Washington Post, such a lineup during a high-profile summit is rare and carries strong political undertones. What made the flyover even more significant was the inclusion of the B-2 Spirit bomber. For decades, the B-2 has been considered the crown jewel of U.S. air power due to its stealth capabilities, long-range endurance, and ability to carry both conventional and nuclear payloads. Its presence in Alaska during Trump's meeting with Putin immediately raised questions about whether this was intended as a subtle warning to Moscow. Analysts quoted by the New York Times noted that the symbolism was hard to ignore, especially given that Russia itself has been modernizing its nuclear arsenal. In this context, the bomber overhead was more than a ceremonial gesture. It was a calculated reminder of America's capacity to project force across the globe at any moment. The echoes of recent military operations only heightened the symbolism. Earlier this summer, the U.S. carried out Operation Midnight Hammer, during which B-2 bombers launched a direct strike on Iranian nuclear facilities. That mission, reported by CNN and BBC, saw 7 of the aircraft fly for nearly 36 hours nonstop from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to targets in Iran, where they released bunker buster bombs on fortified installations. Trump himself later described the Iranian sites as obliterated, though defense officials maintained that damage assessments were still ongoing. By reintroducing the same bombers in Alaska, Trump appeared to be drawing a line of continuity between recent military actions and his current posture toward global adversaries, subtly linking Iran and Russia under a narrative of American dominance. It remains uncertain whether the flyover was Trump's personal idea or part of a broader Pentagon plan. White House insiders have suggested that the president takes a strong personal interest in such displays of military hardware, often encouraging the use of symbolism to underscore American power. A defense analyst speaking to CNN explained that Trump has long seen advanced aircraft like the B-2 not merely as tools of war, but as potent political props that can shape narratives at home and abroad. For him, showing Putin America's arsenal in action was as much about optics as it was about deterrence. Others, however, argue that Pentagon officials may have staged the flyover as part of a carefully calculated strategy to signal resolve without direct confrontation. The B-2 itself has long been central to America's deterrence strategy, with only 21 ever built, and each costing over $2 billion. Its stealth design allows it to evade radar detection, making it capable of penetrating even the most sophisticated air defenses. As BBC News highlighted, the bomber's ability to strike targets anywhere in the world without refueling cements its role as a cornerstone of U.S. military dominance. Trump has repeatedly voiced admiration for the aircraft.